All right, welcome. All right, we got one on. Hope you can hear me fine. Cool. All right, so we're inside today. It's getting too cold out. The garage doesn't work anymore. All right, we'll wait. Kind of 30 seconds here. Like I said in yesterday's session, if you were the same person, I'm not sure who you are exactly, but like I said in yesterday's session, this will be a little bit more of a upbeat vinyasa flow. A little bit towards the intermediate side, nothing too hard. We'll have modifications for everything, but we'll get our heart going today. So if that's not for you, drop off. I do have other yoga flows out there that are a little slower, but yeah, I think it'll be all right. We'll do some fun yoga. All right, let's get started. All right, so we will warm up first and everything. So we're gonna start to come down to all fours, get our body moving a little bit. So we're gonna start with pinnacle one, start with the cat cow, and start to push into the ground, start to tuck the head, tuck the tailbone under, and then we'll slowly move to the opposite of that. Just nice slow cat cow. Start to feel your spine. Maybe after a few, you start to pick up the pace a little bit, trying to get your heart working a little bit, trying to get some blood flow in your back before we start moving, doing some more difficult poses. Try to warm up the body. Start to connect with your breath. All right, one more each way. We're going to go ahead and just take our hands out just a couple inches. We're going to sit back into a child's pose. Just bring your hips back to your heels. We'll sit down, melt our chest down towards the floor. Take a couple more breaths here. Now, as we come forward, we're going to come forward in the cat position. We're going to come up into our all fours. So we're really going to round out the back as we come forward. We'll have a rounded back, just like we were coming to cat. And then as we come forward, we'll come just bring the shoulders a couple inches in front of the wrist. And then we'll start to drop in the cow as we sit all the way back into our child's pose. And we're going to move through those. Get the form, get the rhythm down first, and then we can start to speed up. So again, drop the belly, send the hips back as you come into this child's pose. Come forward, round out the back, push into the hands, stretch out the spine. Maybe start to pick up the pace a little bit. Start to put movement in your body. Now you can continue doing these, or if you want, when you come forward, you can come all the way to an up dog, nice and slow, nothing too bad. And you can still sit all the way back. Only if your body feels up for that. We'll do just a couple more of these. This is a really good one to warm up the body. Good. All right. Let's go ahead and come back to all fours. So to move our hips a little bit here. We'll take our right leg and we're just going to shoot it out behind us. Toes point down. Make sure that this right hip isn't elevated too much. Try to keep it level with the left hip. We're going to hold here for a couple breaths. Next exhale, go ahead and release that down. Send the left foot back and hold. Again, make sure those hips are level. Next exhale, lower. Next inhale, bring that right foot up again. Next inhale, bring that left hand out as well. We'll push the right foot away from the left hand, stretch. Hold for a couple breaths. And exhale, release both down to the ground. We'll move to the other side. So shoot that left foot behind you. Bring right hand up now. Push them away from each other. Exhale, release both. All right, so we're going to do that a little more active. If you want to sit back on your heels a little bit, you can. Give your wrists a break. We'll do a couple more of those. Whenever you're ready, come back to that tabletop position. We'll shoot that right leg out behind us again. Bring that left hand up and hold. Take a big inhale. As we exhale, we're going to touch knee to elbow underneath and shoot it right back out. It's called bird dogs. We'll do about 3 or 4 more of these. Exhale as you squeeze. Inhale, come out. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale out. One more. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale out. And release both. Good. All right, shake out that right hand. All right, so now we'll come to the other side. So shoot that left foot behind you, toes point down. Right hand comes up. Take a big inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale out. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale out. Exhale. Inhale out. One more. Exhale. Inhale out and lower. Good. Bring those hands out a couple inches again. We'll sit back to a child's pose. Take a couple deep breaths here. Now next inhale, let's come up, round out the back. We'll come all the way into that upward dog position. So we'll bring the hips to the ground. Send the gaze up. Take a quick breath here. Now as we exhale, we'll plant the feet into the ground. You can come through tabletop. We're going to move all the way back to down dog. Send the hips up into the air. Find a nice centered down dog here. Push through your hands. Nice straight spine. Now with our next inhale, we're going to move our hips forward, come into a high plank. Hold for a quick breath. Exhale, let's lower down nice and slow all the way to our stomachs. Inhale, push up, hips going to the ground, come to up dog. Exhale, plant the knees, plant the toes, move all the way back to your down dog again. Take a big breath here. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, we're going to walk our feet up to the hands, nice and slow. Let your breath return to normal. Come into a forward fold, knees plenty bent here. We'll take a quick second, just let gravity pull. Now we'll inhale, we'll bend our knees, reach all the way up high. Exhale, we're going to sit back in a chair. So weight goes to the heels, butt comes down, hold. Tuck the pelvis. And inhale, reach up out. Exhale all the way down to a forward fold. Good. Now inhale the back to half high, so raise your back up. Hands come to the shins. Exhale, fold over your feet again. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step back to a plank. Hold the plank for a breath. Big inhale. Exhale, we'll lower down. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, let's move back to our down dog, however you want to get there. Take a big inhale when you're there. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, let's walk the feet to the hands one more time. Let your breath return to normal. Quick forward fold here. Again, bend your knees plenty. Next inhale, we'll bend our knees, reach all the way up high. Exhale, let's sit back in a chair. Take a couple breaths here. Inhale, push into the feet, raise up high. Exhale, come down to a forward fold. Inhale the back to half high. Exhale, lower all the way down. Plant the hands, step back into a plank. Take a big inhale in your plank. Exhale. One more breath here. Exhale, send the hips back into a down dog. Take a quick breath. Exhale. Inhale, we're going to raise our right foot high up into the air. Exhale, bring that foot up to the hands. If you need help with your other hand, go ahead. We're going to come to a high lunge so you can keep hands on the ground if you want. If you want to come all the way up like so, you can. We'll hold for just a couple breaths. Find a good balance. Next, exhale, lean over the foot, plant the hands, step back into a plank. Take a big inhale when you get there. Exhale, let's lower down through chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, move all the way back to down dog. Take a big breath when you get there. Exhale. Inhale that left foot high up into the air. Exhale, bring the left foot up to the hands. As we inhale, we'll come up. Either keep your hands on the ground. If you want to come up to prayer, hold for a couple breaths. Keep that breath going. Next, exhale, lean over the foot, plant the hands, step back to a plank. Take a big inhale when you get there. Exhale, let's lower all the way down to the ground. Untuck our toes, turn our head to one side. Arms go along the body. Take a couple deep breaths here. Just feel your heartbeat. All right. Go ahead and bring those hands back around. Right under the shoulders. We'll tuck the toes. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Let's move forward to up dog. Push the hips into the ground. Inhale. We'll come all the way back to down dog, however you need to. Take a big breath here. Exhale. Inhale. Let's bring that right foot high up in the air again. Exhale. Foot comes up to hands. Come up to high lunge. Hands can come to prayer. If you want, you can inhale, both hands up high. Come to a slight back bend. Hold for a couple breaths. Next, exhale, lean forward over the knee, plant the hands, step back to a plank, take a big inhale. Exhale, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, move back to down dog. Take a big breath when you get there. Exhale. Inhale, lift that left foot high up into the air. Exhale, bring left foot up to the hands. Up to a high lunge. Again, you can keep hands on the ground. Hands in prayer if you want. Inhale, both arms up high. Next, exhale, lean over the foot, plant the hands, step back to a plank. Hold our plank. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, we're going to move to a quick side plank. So start to roll over to your left side. Right foot can come on top of the left, or if you need a little extra balance, take that right foot off. Hold just a couple seconds. And next, exhale, roll back to a center. Do a quick one on the other side, then we'll take a break. Take a big inhale. Exhale, roll over to your right now. Left foot rolls on top. Or again, take it off if you want. And next, exhale, roll back. Drop the knees. We'll go to a wide-legged child pose here. So bring your knees out as wide as the mat. Toes come together. Hands come out. And we'll sit all the way back. Take some nice long inhales and exhales here. All right, next inhale, let's come back up to our tabletop. From here, come to a down dog again, so tuck your toes under. Inhale, lift the hips up, come all the way back, nice and slow. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, let's walk our feet up to our hands. Come do a forward fold again. We'll inhale, bend our knees, raise all the way high. Arms come up. Exhale, we'll sit back into chair pose and hold. One more breath here. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, let's come all the way down to a forward fold. And inhale the back to half high. Exhale, lower down, plant the hands. We're going to step back to a plank again. Take a big inhale. Exhale, let's move back. Send the hips back into down dog. Inhale that left foot high up into the air. Exhale, bring your foot up to your hands. Spin that back foot down. We'll go ahead and come into a wide-legged position here. So face whichever way you need to see the camera here. But wide-legged position, your feet want to be pushing out away from each other to be able to hold you up. We're going to take our hands to our hips, start to come into, we'll just start to rock side to side and start to push your right hip down as you lean to the right. Start to push your left hip down, start to kind of feel your groin loosen up. If you want to add, bring an arm up, can. Just move back and forth through these. Feel your body, feel your hip joints. Good. Go ahead and bring both hands to hips again. We'll inhale, straighten out the spine. Exhale, start to send hips back. We're going to start to bring our chest over. Don't round out the back yet. We're going to keep that back nice and flat. Eventually your hips, your lower back, your hamstrings are all going to catch. Just explore in that point. Maybe move your weight towards your toes. Let gravity pull you down. A couple more breaths here and then we'll round out the back. All right, let's take a big inhale. Always straighten out that spine again. And exhale, bring your hands off the hips to the ground. Round out the back. Keep stretching out those hamstrings. Good. Start to push in the hands. Bend the knees. We'll start to walk our feet in. Bend the knees. We're going to come to a wide-legged squat. So sit all the way down. Hands can come to the insides. Elbows to the insides of the knees. If you want any more of a stretch, you can push out into your hands. Stretch out the groin, but that's up to you. Take a couple breaths here. Good. And just slowly start to straighten out. Lift all the way up. Bring your feet back to center. Keep your legs a little bit wider than shoulder width though. We'll come into ragdoll. So just lean over those legs. Let your body round out. Just let gravity pull here. Hands are just limp. Send your head over your toes. Take a couple breaths. Good. And start to bend those knees. Start to lift all the way up high. Arms come up. Exhale, arms come down. Good. Come back to the top of our mat here. We're going to start to work on a little balance. So bring your hands to prayer. We're just going to start to move our weight over into our right leg. Start to lift up the left leg. Hold there for a second. If you fall, just get right back up. Keep working on your balance. Go ahead and lower down. Switch over. Bring that right leg up. Again, if you fall, just keep your balance. Keep right back up. And lower down. All right, so now we're going to add a little movement to this. So we'll lift that left knee up again. Nice and slow. And then we're going to bring it back behind us. Step back into a high lunge. Hands can stay in prayer. Hands, if you want, inhale up high. And as we exhale, we'll spin, shoulders to the right. Good. Arms out only if your body's allowing you to hold. Good. Slowly come out of that. Hands back to prayer. Take a big inhale. Exhale, lean over the foot, plant the hands, step back to a plank again. Take a big inhale when you're there. Exhale, lower down through chaturanga. Push into up dog. Exhale, come all the way back to down dog. Take a big inhale. Exhale, walk the feet up to the hands. Quick forward fold here. Next inhale, we'll bend our knees, reach all the way high. Exhale, sit back in the chair and hold. Next inhale, reach up high. Exhale, bring the arms down, come to prayer. Inhale that right leg up, right knee up in the air. Exhale, nice and slow and controlled, come back to a high lunge. Inhale, you can bring the arms up if you want. Exhale, back bend, or turn shoulders out to the left, arms out to the side. Couple breaths here. Good. Slowly come out of that. Hands back to prayer. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Bring the hands down. Plant the hands. Step the foot back. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Drop our knees. Come back to a quick child's pose again. Couple breaths. All right. Inhale. Come on up. Come back to tabletop position. Go ahead and tuck our toes. Lift our hips up. One last down dog here. Take a couple breaths. Enjoy it. Maybe walk out the dog if you want. Good. All right. We're just going to slowly come back to a high plank. Take a big inhale. Exhale, let's lower all the way down to the ground. Roll over. And come into a boat pose here. Working on a little core strength. So hands come right behind the knees. We're going to slowly start to just move our weight back. Feet are going to come up. Again, hands are behind the knees to help. If you want to slowly make it harder, you can. We'll lift our feet up. Hands can come out. Go whatever your body wants. We're going to hold for 10 breaths though. All right, so do what you can. Starting now. Here we go. 10 more. It's 4 for me. Go whatever pace you want. If you need to bring your hands back down, whatever variation you need, just do your best to keep the feet off the ground. I have 2 more breaths. Stop whenever you need. You can just release. And 10. Come out of it nice and slowly. Keep the knees bent. We'll come all the way down to our backs. Work on a little bridge pose here. We'll bring our hands to the sides of our body. With our next inhale, we'll push into the feet. Bring our hips up. Shoot them up. Hold. If you want, you can interlace your hands underneath your back. Roll your shoulders under and push a little bit more. And exhale, release, come all the way back down. Take our hands up to the sides. We'll let our knees fall left to right a couple times. We're going to do that one more time. So bring your hands back down along the sides of your body. Next inhale, push the hips up, push into the feet. Again, you can bring those hands underneath if you want. Roll the shoulders under, really push in the legs. If you want even more of a challenge, maybe try holding one leg and the other. We'll hold for about 4 more breaths here. And slowly release the hands, release all the way down. We'll hug both our knees into our chest. Now again, we'll bring our feet to the ground, arms out to the side. We'll start taking our knees left to right. If you want a little bit more of a core workout, you can pick your feet up and try to use your core. Let your knees drop to each side. We'll do about 5 each side here. There's 3. There's 4. And 1 more. 5. So just go ahead and bring your feet back to the ground now. Whew. All right, let's roll over to our stomachs. Stretch out the abs again. So come to Sphinx pose. So palms face the ground, elbows right under the shoulders. We're going to push into the ground, pull our chest up. You start to feel a stretch on your abs, your core muscles. Take a couple of breaths here. Good. Go ahead and release. Oh, roll over to our backs again. This time we'll lay all the way back. We're going to take our hands. We're going to put them right under each butt. So right hand under the right butt, left under the left. From here, we're going to start to just scissor our legs. Nice and slow and controlled. If you want to slowly start to make this harder, you can bring your arms out. Keep your arms above your head. But nice, slow, and controlled. Try to use your core muscles. Going to be here for about 6 more breaths. If you need to make it easier and bend your knees, go ahead and do so. One more deep breath. Good. Release both the feet all the way down to the ground. Oh, lay on your backs. We'll take just a couple breaths here. All right, now we're going to work on stretching out these hips a little bit, and we'll be done. So we'll start to roll over to our stomachs and slowly move through this. We'll push, come up into that plank position. Take a big inhale. Now as we exhale, we'll take this right foot and step it up to the outside of the right hand, so on the outside of the mat. Slowly drop that back knee down, untuck the toes. Now from here, so right foot is on the outside of both the hands. Right foot, toes are pointing out to the right. We're going to take our right hand, put it on top of the right knee, start to push that knee out to the side as our hips sink down and forward. Our shoulders come to the right. So we'll push that knee out, hips come down, shoulders turn to the right. Start to feel the pull on the back of that right hip, front of the left hip also. We're going to take about 6 or 7 really deep breaths here. Just let your hips slowly melt down. If you need any more of a stretch, you can start to bring that left heel up. Reach back with your right arm. Start to feel the stretch on the front of that left hip flexor a little more. Good. Now slowly release that back foot if you have. We'll bring our hands back to the inside. Now from here, we're still going to keep stretching in the same position. So we're going to take our chest and slowly try to bring it down towards the ground. This right knee can fall out to the right again if it wants. You can start to walk your hands out, bringing that chest forward. Or if you want, if you're flexible enough, you can come all the way down to your forearms, all the way down to your head if you want. I'm going to take about 5 deep breaths here. All On your last breath, you can start to push into the hands. Slowly start to send the hips back. Bring your right foot around. Come to a tabletop position. However you need to get there. You move your body around a little bit at your hips. We'll come back to a quick child's pose. Whatever you need to do before we come to the other side. All right. Whenever you're ready, we're just going to step our feet back. I'm going to do another high plank here. Take a big inhale. Exhale, step that left foot up outside of both the hands. You can drop the back knee down, untuck the toes. Again, we'll take left hand on top of the left knee. Start to spin your shoulders to the left, drop the hips down. Take some nice deep breaths here and just slowly let your hips melt into the gravity. Gravity does the work here. If you want more of a stretch, you can bring that back heel up. About 2 more deep breaths here. Slowly release. Bring the hands back to center. We'll take a big inhale as we straighten out our spine. Exhale, start to walk the hands out. Bring the chest down nice and slow. Again, we'll take about 5 nice deep breaths here. Go to what your body's going to let you. If you need to keep your hands up like this, that's all right. About 2 more breaths. When you're done with that, start to push into the hands, start to send the hips back. Bring that back foot around, come to tabletop. We'll send our knees wide, feet come together, come to wide-legged child's pose, come all the way back. Move slow through this, just let your body reset. Inhale, come on back up. We'll move around to our butts. Cross-legged position here. We're going to start with our right leg on the bottom. So bring it on out. It's going to be at about a 90-degree angle. Bring that left foot around on top. Left foot's just going to sit right on top of the right knee there. So left foot on top of the right knee, left knee. Or first, you can see how my knee's floating up here. I first want to try to sit up nice and tall so you can start to feel those sit bones. Those hip bones start to get a stretch. And I'll start to push my forearm into that knee. Slowly just start to sit up tall. You can start to feel the stretch. And if you're not feeling the stretch there yet, we'll slowly start to bring our chest over our knees. You can start to feel the pull on your lower back and hips. Move nice and slow. We're going to take about 10 total deep breaths here. This will be our last pose. Really open up the hips. So again, just nice long inhales, exhales. Try not to round out the back too much. Bring your lower back with you. So if you want, you can maybe start to walk out your hands. If you don't need to push down on that knee anymore, let your chest work with gravity. Good. Whenever you're done with that, just start to push into the hands. Bring our chest up. Bring both feet out in front of you. Knees come up. We're just going to send our knees left to right a couple times. Kind of reset. our hips and our lower back before we hit the other side. All right, go ahead and bring that left foot out at a 90-degree angle in front of you. Right foot is going to come right on top of the left knee. Right knee is up a little bit, so bring forearm to it first. Really start to sit up tall within those sit bones. We'll slowly just bring that chest over. Again, take it out. 10 nice long inhales and exhales. Just slowly let gravity pull you down, pull you forward. Try to send your breath to your hips, so really breathe deep into your stomach. And then with every exhale, try to get just a little bit deeper. Two more deep breaths here. Next inhale, start to push into the hands, bring our chest up, unscrew the legs, bring the knees up. Again, just send your knees left to right a couple times. Reset the spine. All right, and that is the end of all our poses. So move on to just a little Shavasana here. If you want to lay back, just kind of enjoy how good, how relaxed, how much better, hopefully better, your body feels than when you first came here. Oh, so we'll just let our feet fall out to the side, palms face up, just close our eyes. And again, just observe, start to feel relaxed, start to feel how your body feels. Stay here in the moment just for a minute or two. We'll just breathe here on your own. Go ahead and enjoy. All right, so I hope you're feeling good. We'll start to slowly just move our fingers and our toes around. Hug both our knees into our chest one last time. And release. You can just roll to one side. Wind up to seated. Oh, we're all done. Whoever you are, thank you so much for joining. I thought that was really good flow. My body feels good. I hope it all worked for you. Hope nothing was too hard. If it was, let me know. Shoot me a message anywhere. You can leave it on the chat. But thank you. Namaste. God bless. Have an awesome rest of your Thursday. Whatever you're doing.